Hello everybody, Bill Harrison here with Hardened Power Systems. Wanted to take a few minutes, show you a new device that's coming out of our shop. And you can immediately tell this is not our normal type of construction. And it is just beautiful. Made primarily from solid red cherry wood and curly maple. We apply a hand-rubbed Danish oil finish. It is beautiful, and I trust it looks good in the video and in pictures, but it doesn't look nearly as good as it does in person. It's beautiful. It would remind you of almost like heirloom quality furniture type construction and techniques. Now this device is patterned after what is commonly called a lap desk or a slope desk or a campaign desk. They were used during the Civil War for officers to carry documents and important things. Quite famously, Thomas Jefferson used his version to write the draft to our Declaration of Independence. So there's a lot of history here, but what we've done is a lot more than just building a really nice wooden box. We have combined that old world craftsmanship with the highest technology that we can get our hands on. So this whole thing only weighs, it's just a tad over 7 pounds with the battery, and it's a 7 amp hour LifePo 4 cell. All the hardware is either brass or stainless steel. The leather, and I'll show you the strap maybe here in a minute, but the handle and the strap are all top grain cowhide. It's hand tooled. It's nice stuff. But essentially what a person would do, and if you look at some of the detail, it really is, it's just, man, they're not easy to build, but they are a delight as they go together. The latches are driven by magnets, actually. There's no mechanical springs to fail. But you depress both those latches and then you lift up on the lid and expose the interior of the box. Essentially there's enough room in here for a variety of things, but it's sized around a legal pad, not the actual legal length, but a legal style writing pad that will fit in here. It also will accommodate our 27 watt modified solar panel. Believe it or not, you can remove this and that panel will occupy this space. Obviously a little pen tray here. These are the magnetic catches that stop any kind of rattling or vibration. When the lid is closed, it holds it securely. It also tends to help pull it closed, so it's very secure. That lid is not going to open until you release the catches here. So again, a little pen tray, obviously a little shelf or a storage bin, and that serves more than one purpose. I'll show you here in a sec. On the lid, we've got this fold-down shelf. Obviously that could be used if you wanted to put a phone or a tablet or a book or a reference material on there. We also have a paper retainer, and there are magnets embedded here under the lid, and you could take a piece of paper, set it there, especially if you're running a ham radio or helping with areas or races or any kind of emergency management stuff, or running a tactical operations center or something where you needed reference in front of you. Real handy for that. Here on the back, and this is kind of neat, these, if you press down and then roll backwards, you see those little stands, and if you just had a pretty generic tablet like this or a cell phone, that makes a really cool little way to support a device like that. And they just fold down out of the way. On each side, towards the rear, you see this detail. And these are really neat. This particular one is the master power switch, a USB driver, and the charging input. On this side, you've got Anderson outs and then the voltmeter for the battery. Now, a couple of neat things about these. For one, just, I mean, the mortise and tenon work is beautiful. It really is neat to be able to do this. Makes for very strong joints. But both of these little tip-out drawers, they're magnetically retained in both the open and the closed position. So if you go to close it, it pulls itself closed and holds itself closed. So it wouldn't come open if the field desk was handled roughly. You pull it open, and it also catches in that open position, so it wouldn't accidentally close. And when you look at this portion and you see the switch and the charging input and the USB driver, the USB driver is a full 3 amps. It's a powerful little independent power supply. The coax input, that's connected to both an AC charger and a solar charger. Just a solar charger. In this particular machine, we actually managed to hardwire the AC, and so that's why this is not doing two purposes, and a lot of our gear it is. In any event, solar input here. And our standard 27-watt panel will happily charge this machine very quickly, just a couple hours in decent sun. And then on this side, again, voltmeter and Anderson. If I were to open this, power up, you see our voltmeter is running. On the rear, you can see some engraving, our name, made in the USA, and then the name with the field desk name with our logo. These 4 brass screws, if these are removed, this rear plate is kind of hard to see, but there is actually a joint all the way across here. This plate removes, and that's how you would access the battery. In the unlikely event you'd need to replace it. LifePo 4, it's more than 2,000 charge cycles, a lot of power. Kind of nice too, the little corner guards. These are CNC machined out of curly maple. It's a beautiful wood. It's very tough. So it's pretty, but it also does its job of protecting the machine against drops or bangs, or if it gets pushed or slid across the surface. Here, obviously, a little ledger to catch a pen or a pencil. Also with a recess for the same purpose. There's embedded magnets here. You're less likely to have a pen or a device or something slide off of this, and then those magnets do that double duty of working with the paper retainer. So, with the machine now open, one of the things that you can see, which is kind of neat, is these touch pads here. And when you do that, these are infinitely dimmable lights. LED, very low power, really lights up the area. There's 2 lights because one burns red, one burns white. Obviously the red would preserve night vision. This tray slides out. This exposes the internal connections. So you've got a hardwired standard AC pigtail. Just plug the machine into the wall. Another Anderson. This would be specifically for if you wanted to set up your radio inside here and have no wires running, like say from the external Anderson. You can do it right from here. A audio input jack. Now, really pretty neat. That jack is connected to these 2 3-watt speakers. And these are nice speakers. These are the same ones we use on the Recon, the Operator, the Commander, the Scout. Now, one important thing to notice or to know is that these speakers are not amplified, right? If you're running a ham radio, you don't want them amplified. The radios put out a stronger signal. So if you were to plug in like just a cell phone or a little MP3 player, it's going to be surprisingly quiet. These are not amplified speakers. Now there are solutions to that, of course, and if someone wanted this to really be loud with a cell phone or something, you can get a little amplifier that's in line. But The last item here is another USB driver, and kind of the same idea without having to go externally to a USB port. You could power or charge a device inside the case. You could put a tablet or a small laptop or phone or something inside here, close everything up, have the system charging that device, and have it closed. Now, one of the neat things about the little tray, and this, it really goes to ham operations, most likely, I guess, but this can be inserted in this orientation. And apologies that it can be difficult to see with, it's kind of awkward with a static camera that's close enough to show detail, but kind of too close to really frame the whole machine. But the unit can be run in a vertical orientation like this, and you'll see examples of this on the website. But when it's vertical like that, this becomes your writing surface. You've got the lights that can light up the interior, and if you choose to, you can slide the shelf in and set a radio up here. Kind of neat. We really anticipate some people doing some neat field work with that. There's also, you can see here, a holder for a call sign to be printed, and we just printed this on paper, and we could of course do the same for you if you wanted us to print that with your call. Really, I'm trying. I struggle sometimes to make short videos because it seems like there's a lot to talk about, but I'm really going to try to do that here. I guess I would just say that so far, everybody that sees this machine, or they saw the prototypes, or friends or family, coworkers, whatever, other ham guys or field guys, once they realize really what it is, which is a very, very capable portable power system, it just doesn't look like it. It's just so pretty. And also truly in keeping with our gear as far as being rugged, this is surprisingly tough. You might want to treat this carefully, and we'd appreciate it if you did, but it's going to tolerate getting knocked around a little bit. The red cherry and the curly maple, beautiful woods, very strong. So any case, I appreciate your time. And I don't know if I should apologize for making this such a short video, or if you guys appreciate it, because I tend to more easily do the opposite. But this is Bill Harrison with Hardened Power Systems. Really appreciate your time, and come see us at portableuniversalpower.com. Thank you.